DRS. DRS now available. Green flag. Okay, there's been an incident on track resulting in loose debris. Fortunately, the marshals have managed to clear it up in time, and there are so far no plans for a safety car. VSC deployed. The virtual safety car has been deployed. We need to keep a positive delta here. Slow down and maintain a positive delta. Virtual safety car is ending. Maintain your pace until we get the green flags. VSC ending. Wait for the greens. Caution, caution. Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 16.7 seconds. Okay, gap ahead is 1.5 seconds. Okay, that's us with 5 laps of fuel remaining. 5 laps of fuel left. You've lost some time to the car behind. Yellow flag. There's been an incident on track, but officials aren't looking to push for a safety car right now. Just be careful. Green flag. Managing your tyres, manage your tyres. Okay, just 2 laps of fuel remaining now. Okay mate, this is the final lap of the race, final lap. gap to your teammate behind is 6.3 seconds. Our gap to the car in front is 1.7 seconds. No need to worry about the tyre condition for now, everything's looking good. Alright, not the start we were looking for, but it's not over yet. Stay focused. DRS now enabled. DRS enabled. Car behind is dropping back by about 3/10 a lap. Well done. So we're expecting rain in about 10 to 15 minutes. ahead is a second a lap faster than you. Okay, gap to the car ahead is 3.6 seconds. Okay, we've been given a time penalty. It will go against our finishing time at the end of the race. Get your head down and let's get it done. Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 16.8 seconds. Okay, here's the gap that we're trailing the car ahead by, 11.8 seconds. Caution, caution. Okay, be aware there's an incident in the next part of the track. No overtaking through the yellow flags. Okay, clear. Okay, keep an eye on that gap ahead, please. 2.0 seconds. We're expecting some rain soon. Expect the first drops in the next few minutes. Gap to your teammate ahead is 4.3 seconds. Okay, we lost the position. Try to keep focus. Okay, mate, don't worry about the damage. I've got some new strategy options if you go and check your MFD. There's been an incident on track, but officials aren't looking to push for a safety car right now. Just be careful. Okay, caution, caution. Virtual safety car is out. Reduce speed and maintain a positive delta on your dash. Copy. Watch the conditions, we think there's rain coming pretty soon, be careful. Dry's definitely seem like the fastest tyre at the moment. Okay, VSC ending. We're going green. Maintain positive delta until the green flags. Green flag, we're racing again. Let's go. Okay, let's go now. Come on. That was a fantastic stop, faster than we were expecting. That was our last stop. No more scheduled pit stops. Let's go. We've got a lot of spare energy, okay to use your overtake button. Okay, safety car deployed, safety car's been deployed. Watch your delta, make sure you keep it positive as we catch the pack. Right, let's go, come on. Perfect job on the turn in there, mate. Looks like a nice stop time. We're happy with that one. Okay, slow down. Your delta's negative, which means you're going too fast. Reduce your pace. Return the position immediately or we're going to get penalised. There's no overtaking during the safety car period. You've got to give that position back, mate. We're under safety car conditions and you can't overtake. Return the position. Return the position immediately or we're going to get penalised. There's no overtaking during the safety car period. anticipate an end to this rain in around 5 minutes. Inters seem to be the fastest tyre for now. Okay, let's get ready to go racing again. The safety car is in this lap. When the field accelerates, remember there's no overtaking until the timing line. Safety car in this lap. Okay, the stewards have now disabled DRS. DRS is now disabled. Green flag. It looks like we're running on a dry track soon. Back to dry shortly. Okay, I've got a brand new race strategy on your MFD if you want to go and check it out. Confirmed. Okay, you've taken P11. You're now P11. Fantastic. 2 cars at once. Really well done. Okay, clear. Okay, looks like some of those puddles are clearing. We're still definitely on the right tyre for the time being, but we're probably not a million miles away from slick conditions. Pitting this lap then, coming to the pits at the end of this lap. Okay, off we go, back into the race. Perfect job from you and the crew there, mate. We're delighted with that. Let's use overtake and burn off some of this energy. Okay, the stewards have now enabled DRS. DRS is now online. Okay, so the gap to the car ahead, 8.6 seconds. Right, consensus in the garage is that it's probably about time for the slick tyre now. It's going to be slippery, but it'll probably be quicker. That looked bad. Are you alright? Let me know you're okay.
The comms.
Welcome. I just walked to the booth there. Something better to do because tonight is yeah.
Well, thank you for stepping in because it's just been absolute. It's been a fantastic race to watch. So many overtakes and stuff going on, I can catch my breath now.
Finally. Yeah, first of all, my clutch wasn't working every time, so that's why I couldn't get off the line. I had to click the pause menu. I tried to switch button multiple times, it didn't work. Even testing that it worked, and then it said it worked, so I no clue. That's why I also couldn't get out of the pit box. I had no speed limiter, so I had no clue how fast I was going into the pit lane. Sped twice into the pit lane.
I did wonder, yeah, actually, every time you went in there, you seemed to be picking up a penalty.
Yeah, and every time in the wet, because I had no grip in the wet, I was going wide into turn 1, like very deep. I got like a warning or a penalty for it, and I was losing 3 seconds in that corner when going wide. How can you give me a warning? And after that, I was like, yeah, well, I'm a lap down. I got 15 seconds. There's no point because yeah, why am I still driving? But
well, yeah. And your teammate, have you heard from your teammate?
Yeah, he said he was frustrated after he hit a standing car on the grid, and he didn't realize it was me. So yeah, kind of sorry for that one. But yeah, I guess his frustration just sometimes you have one of those days.
Yeah, I had one of them days to start this race. The PlayStation was telling me.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, it was telling me that it was broadcasting, and then somebody come downstairs and said, "You're not broadcasting," even though I was told I was. So,
This strange situation.
It's been chaotic.
Yeah. Well, I created the safety car, so at least I can watch my brother. But he picked up a penalty, I saw. So he's close to his first podium.
Did you find that your inters went off pretty quick? Because it didn't look. The track looked wet, but there was no spray.
Yeah, I mean the inters felt good up until the DRS got activated. That's when I spun. But yeah, they felt alright. I was surprised some people stayed out on the dries, because to me it was fully wet. But might have been the different Austria for them than for me.
Yeah, I thought that because Colin stayed out on the hards, and I just managed from the helicopter cam just to see Colin spin into the start-finish straight wall.
I almost hit him
on the hards.
I didn't realize there was a car standing on track.
Oh, we've got Battle now, Volcano.
Yeah, and Al going for the lead.
Go into that. I say, because it's been so topsy-turvy, the front. So it's a weekend, well, race week to forget for Williams.
Yeah, after last week's high, unfortunately this week low.
I just thought then Brendan just got it a bit wrong, but it's okay.
Yeah, Al ahead.
Yeah, I can imagine there's going to be a few more reports phoned in for the stewards.
Was it chaotic with some incidents?
No, not as bad as what it's been this week, but there was there's a few that tight corner that always
oh yeah.
Yeah, a few pushing people out wide, and DRS has now been enabled. I think Kieran's picked up his first time penalty. But
it's a bit like real life. Ooh.
It's gone up. That's every time going into that corner there's been an overtake, because obviously DRS kicks in.
Yeah, and he's going back. Seems like you would want to have the last DRS there.
Again, I don't know if Brendan's just getting a bit tight there, because he just backwards seems to want to step out a bit.
Yeah, what I noticed as well with the DRS is so powerful to follow, because I got out of the DRS at the start, of course, because I dropped down. But then everyone ahead was in the DRS train, so they were dragging each other along. I was losing like 8 tenths on the straights every time. because I was catching up in the corners, but then the straights they all had DRS, so yeah, it's so powerful.
Oh, and this time Brendan now under the DRS of the start-finish straight has managed to get past Al.
No one has DRS.
He's not.
No,
he hasn't activated it, has he? So I don't know if.
And Al has it this time.
I think, yeah. Yeah, he's activated it now. But he's so powerful.
Yeah.
And it's so hard to defend when someone else behind you's got DRS, because you know they've got so much pace.
Brendan does have a lot of ERS, he's saving it, so might save to defend, but a great fight for the lead though.
Oh yeah, it's been like this all race. It's been, I was just saying how the pace-based races have been brilliant. Everyone's just been so equal, and some of the battles going on all over the track.
Yeah, that's why I enjoyed the championship as well. Great pace. But here he comes again on the inside.
Again, yeah, on the DRS. There's a couple of laps left. Now Brendan's got him.
It's going to be switching up until the last lap, so...
It's the DRS, isn't it? Because now Al is going to get DRS.
Yeah.
And he's going to get Brendan by the time the next corner comes.
It's not like they're losing a lot of time though to the cars behind, as there is quite a battle behind, but...
I would imagine they're actually kind of speeding themselves up, because...
They're dragging each other along.
The one in second who's always under DRS.
Oh yeah,
so
big fight.
Dragging each other.
Big fight in the middle of the pack. Quinn with the Aston Martins.
Just flick to that. So I know Higgsy went in for Inters when it started to rain, but then went on to hards straight after one lap. So.
Yeah, I'm quite surprised Higgsy is this far up, because I that's the only drive I could have seen for most of the time. So, oh, Quinn again. That's unfortunate.
Gone wide.
Oh, almost hitting the back there of Brendan.
Yeah, go back to that battle.
Oh, Quinn pushed wide.
As Brendan give himself a bit of a breathing space. Quinn's dropped quite a bit, and now he's battling with Yeast.
Yeah, Sminotla pushed him a bit onto that yellow curb, and then you can't put the power down, so he lost a bit of time. But we're entering or getting close to the final lap, and the gap is 5 tenths. 5 tenths, yeah. Yeah,
4 tenths. They're both going to get. Al's going to get a bit of DRS action now, and they'll be using the ERS as well now, because Al's got Brendan's got a lot more.
Yeah, but he needs to save it for the last straight. That's the most important one. No penalties involved.
So, yeah, Al has used all of his ERS 5%. Brendan.
With the 3 tenths, is it enough? Al with the traction control. Oh, Brendan.
ERS.
Oh, Al's gonna send it, I know.
He's gonna.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Oh, they're gonna be careful.
Oh, he's struggling.
Yeah, them tyres. They're gonna be going now after 10 laps.
But this might be the closest finish we will have this season.
Brendan's got 13%. I know Al has used up all of his, so my ARS. I think Brendan's gonna get it.
Yeah, Al was close. A great win by Brendan. Whoa. Again, a Ferrari is on the top step.
Yeah, great win. Both Mercedes on podium. Steve-O, with the penalties come into play. Oh. Wow, that was.
I ended up in the comps. That says enough about my race. after I slept through it yesterday.
Yeah, we were wondering where you were. We put it down to technical difficulties.
Oh yeah, no, I had the night before. I went to bed at 5 a.m. and had to wake up a bit early for driving lessons. So at the end of the day, after work and stuff, I was so tired. I said, okay, 10 minutes, a bit of a power nap to start before comms, and I put like my timer down to help me wake up. And then my brother even said you have to race in like 40 minutes, or you have to do comms in 40 minutes. But the next thing I knew was it was 7 a.m. in the morning, and I was like, where am I? My AirPods still in and stuff, so I've totally overslept it. And then I realized, oh, I forgot the comms. So, but yeah, luckily Jones stepped in.
Yeah, Jones stepped in, and yeah, covered. It was all good. Put me under a bit of pressure. But race results: Brendan takes the win from Al. Jetfish third, Davey fourth, Volcano fifth, Simotla sixth, Stebo seventh, Higgsy eighth, Yeast ninth, Quinn 10th, Kieran 11th, and Dragos 12th. So Dragos will, because Kieran was reserve, so Dragos will get 11th.
Oh yeah, 11. There's 3 points or two? Yeah.
2 points, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, so I would have gotten 1 point. There's no point in racing. Well, that's not true, but yeah, turning the comms was much more fun.
Well, I'd say because in the sprint, I was watching the front battle, and then I switched it, and then as soon as I switched, Jetfish crashed out. I don't know what happened to Jetfish.
No clue. Yeah.
As soon as I went off that battle to have a look what was happening in the middle of the grid, yeah, he must have overcooked it.
Yeah, I think so. It was after turn 1, so he might have spun out. But...
And you're going to miss the next couple of weeks, aren't you? 'Cause you're on holiday.
Yeah, in 16 hours I will be on a plane to the sun, so need to get time off this game, because tonight really frustrated me. And yeah, I will be fresh back, and the first race back I think for me is Sandford, luckily, so hopefully that will be a better one.
Hopefully, get some rest and recharge your batteries. It wasn't a great day for Williams.
Nope. Maybe if we put a Ferrari livery on it, I will be more comfortable. But
still getting used to the blue.
Yeah. I don't know what car Giraffe and Entity gave me last season, but it's filled with problems. So we will see.
Well, next week is Silverstone. I've got to say, one of my favourite tracks.
It's a good one.
Yeah, I do like Silverstone. Plus the fact it's my local race, my home race.
Yeah.
Not far. Well, not far. It's not a million miles from where I live. So, yeah, looking forward to Silverstone, and hopefully, not as much controversy. Shall I say? 'Cause yesterday's race was, was chaotic. So, yeah. So I was just going to say thank you, everyone. This was RPM Austria Premiership. Next week we are at Silverstone. It will be Kieran on comms on Tuesday. I believe Mr. Jones on Wednesday. I might join him on Wednesday, and myself will be again on comms for the Premiership. And if you liked what you see, leave a like, subscribe, tell your friends. And yep, we'll see you all next week. And thank you for joining me in comms and
No
getting me
problem.
breath. And have a good holiday.
Yeah, thank you, and I hope everyone will enjoy next week.
Oh yeah, I'm sure they will. Silverstone. From myself, it's a goodbye.
Yeah, and from me too. So bye bye.
Oh, I don't know what happened at the start because I went live
Mhm.
and I had the thing and everything saying it was all live, and it had the countdown and the counter thing when I went onto the pause to say that it was streaming and everything. And I was
Yeah.
happily going into it, and Callum come downstairs and says, "You know you're not streaming." And I says, "I am. It's saying I'm streaming." And I looked on the screen and it got been removed from this video's been removed.
Yeah, I was clicking the stream and I was like, the creator removed the video, and I was
Yeah.
no clue what's going on.
So I was like quickly stop it and start again, and because there's no form, it was straight into the sprint race. If it was qualifying, it wouldn't have been too bad, but because it went straight into the sprint race from the start,
Yeah.
it was
But did you completely miss the sprint, or?
no, I missed a few laps
Oh yeah.
of the sprint. But yeah, I was happily talking away, going through it all. You're not streaming. I'm like, what? I am. It's not saying I'm streaming, and then like, oh no, it's saying I removed it. I thought I haven't removed it. Oh. So,
Yeah. Yeah, I did with Colin. I always do a practice session, so I knew about my clutch problem. I don't know why. I mean, everything was working. All my buttons, all my pedals and stuff, and the clicking, but the clutch just wouldn't release if I pressed it. And then I had to move pause. So Colin told me you maybe put it on another button or try to test it. So I did, and then when I did, it still didn't work. So I was standing still on the grid twice. I think both times someone crashed into me, and one time it was Colin. But yeah, even in the pit box, I forgot you have to release the clutch, but I changed the button, of course, so I forgot that one. And then when I wanted to release it, it says you have to slowly release it or something, and I just pressed the button,
yeah.
and it couldn't work because of the button I selected. And I got so frustrated with the game, I was like, I'm done with this. Then my speed limiter got stuck on like 85 kilometers it said, and even when I slowed down, so I had to look at the bottom a bit. Yeah, and then also the track limits are a joke. You go off in turn 1, and then I completely wide and rejoin afterwards, and it tells me I cut the corner. I got every time I got a warning for that one, so that's why I got so many penalties at the end, because every time I went off in turn 1 and turn 3 every time, because I think my setup or something wasn't working in the wet, and then I quickly got some. But then you're at that point like, a lap down, so many penalties. I'm racing for 1 point or maybe not even points at that point. So I was like, no, there's no point. And then I spun, so and it was done.
Yeah, it was because there was so much going on at the front.
Yeah.
With the swapping, and I mean at one point there was like 6 cars all battling, all swapping and changing. So it was kind of quite difficult to see what was going on in the background. And all I kept on getting was these error messages saying, Luke spid in the pit lane. Luke has got this one.
Yeah.
I was all, Luke, it's your brake pedal, mate.
Yeah, and then I went into the pit lane because I got that 5 seconds, and I thought, well, during the safety car, I thought, well, let's get it removed, and I think everyone else will go in behind me as well for Inter, so I should stay in the lead lap. And then I sped again going into, and I was like, oh my god, again. And then I couldn't release the pit, my clutch, so then I ended up behind Jetfish. Luckily, Jetfish, I was trying to go by him, so to show him like, you move to the side of the track so I can go past, and luckily he did. So, but yeah, that it was a real struggle today.
So you on controller then, or are you on
No,
wheel?
I'm on the wheel, but I don't know what happened. So it just the only thing that didn't work is my clutch. And normally, I mean, you don't use it that much, but at the start and in the pits, that's yeah. I don't know what the problem was. I mean, I haven't touched my wheel in 2 weeks, I think, or so. So maybe it's something to check, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, check if it's had a firmware update or something like that.
Yeah, because they did the update, and maybe afterwards I got some problems. I know. I don't know.
Yeah, because I mean I've got the 3 pedals, so I've got the clutch pedal. I was thinking about putting it onto a button, but like you said, when it says release slowly.
Yeah, something. I don't know what it was, but it just didn't. And then normally what I try to do is go into like pause mode, and then the AI takes over. But the AI wouldn't release, so I was like, I just kept pressing the button until it did something, and then luckily, I don't know, I got away. But I could have been in the situation that I was just stuck in the pit lane forever. That would be fun to watch though, but yeah.
So it was, yeah, because I think Smith had put somebody like was stuck on the grid, but some of the camera angles I was just trying to, like, obviously watching the front, and then there was bits of cars flying about,
Yeah,
everywhere. So I'd missed the fact that you'd gone later than everyone else, and
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, because I finally the thing is I like sprint races because normally I'm down in the championship, so I start up front finally. But yeah, I started P3, and I think before turn 1 I was 16th. So yeah, there's no fun in that. So yeah.
Yeah. So where did you say you're going on holiday then?
It's near Venice, so we're flying to Venice, and then they have like all these campings there, and we've been going to this one for years. We're finally going back after 4 weeks. But we are normally with the caravan, so my dad drives it then with my mother, and I have another little brother and sister, so we're with 4 siblings. But they have already gone with the caravan, so they are in Italy already now, and then my brother and I will. Yeah, we will join them from the flight. So the thing is, normally you have a 7-seater, so in the car, 2 extra seats, because otherwise we wouldn't fit, all fit in the car. But my dad got his new car from the company, like the lease car, and it only the day it arrived, or one day before, he realized he ordered it with 5 seats and no additional seats. So every time we have to go somewhere, we have to go with 2 cars because. Yeah, there's just no space, so I don't know how we will do that when we arrive, but yeah, so we have to fly. I have no problem with that because I don't have to sit in the car for like 15 hours or so.
Yeah, I was going to say it's a bit of a drive, ain't it?
Yeah, and then normally I have to take the back seat, so I think the tallest in the family. Well, as tall as my dad, but he's driving, of course. And I have to sit in the smallest place, so I'm quite happy I don't have to do that for this time. But yeah, we will see.
You get a nice. So is it just you and Quinn that's
Yeah.
flying out? Yeah.
So we will be flying out tomorrow and then in the afternoon or so, but we have to leave early. But my dad gave us a whole list to go through, so we still have some work to do before we leave. But yeah, we will make. I mean, we have spent. They left yesterday morning, and then so we had 2 days alone, and then we also did like the trip to Amsterdam or to Schiphol, the airport, from last week. But it's quite easy. I mean, I have to next year when I'm going to the university, I have to do the same, pick the same train. Schiphol is one stop further, so it's should be easy.
Right.
No luggage as well, so we can go straight to security. That always helps.
Taking it all in there.
Yeah. Also have to survive without most of my clothes being gone as well, so it's yeah,
So
it's a
2
bit
weeks
of a
you've
mess.
gone for.
Yeah, I'm returning exactly 2 weeks later, and then my parents, they will arrive 2 days after we arrive back here, but
Oh, it's your flight. Yeah, you're flying back, and they're driving back.
yeah, so we're flying back on the Friday, and then they leave. We are flying back Friday morning, and they leave Saturday morning. But yeah, they will have to. They make stops in the. Yeah, they're not going at one go. I don't know if you said it correctly, but
Yeah, because that's yeah, it's a long drive, and so yeah, you'd have to.
yeah, it's I think 1,300 kilometers. So and with a caravan as well, you don't go that quick. So they just stop. I think just somewhere in Germany, and then we will see.
I was going to say, I've seen some idiots over here that don't seem to slow down with caravans on the back, but
Yeah, my dad is quite careful with it because yeah, well,
Yeah,
we've
that's
been
best
going
way.
for it for quite some years, but normally we were driving at night, but so it's fairly quiet on the road, but they decided to not do that anymore, so just taking it easier, but then yeah, not going in the night because that didn't work out quite very well at the end, so just going slowly.
Just going. Well, I'm glad you joined me in comms.
Yeah, I was in the lobby and I thought, well, if I join comms, if I join the comms booth, I mean I have access to it, so why not?
Yeah, I mean, I was trying to look at what was going on because I saw you'd put like, do you want me to join in the thing, but there was just so much going on. I
Yeah.
just couldn't take my eyes off the screen because, like you said, the DRS was so overpowered, and everyone was just swapping and changing every corner. It was just
Yeah, I had a bad start, and then once the DRS got activated, I was losing like 8 tenths every lap to the car ahead, and that was purely because of the DRS, as everyone else ahead was in the DRS train. So I had
yeah.
Sminotla behind him, but I was hoping he would had some pace so we could push each other forward. But yeah, I was just keeping him outside of the DRS every time. So and then I spun, so it was quickly over. Yeah, will be a big catch up. But to be fair, I'm not. If this season is going terrible and I have no pace, I might think about going back to champ because I feel like I don't. These guys got so much quicker, and I just lost my pace out on newer games.
Yeah, and I don't think that's a particularly bad thing because surely you want to be, battling at the front of the pack than just trying to survive it at the back.
Yeah, and it's also for Colin. I mean, yes, we are a team together, but he is clearly faster than me, and I don't mind that. I know that, but it's just for him as well to. I mean, I know we've been teammates for so long, so he doesn't really bother that much, and we have won the championship multiple times before. But yeah, I feel like I'm not contributing anything with this pace because I'm driving around like Pete, and especially with the new point system, I'm not even driving in the points at some races. So better
Yeah.
get him a better teammate to at least give him a bit of a challenge or better results, because the Mercs are on it and Ferrari is on it as well. So we need to step up. Or I need to step up.
I was going to say, I mean, I've noticed it, and that some people seem to be struggling more than others. I mean, I'm still second in the championship standings.
Yeah.
I don't know, but yeah, some drivers seem to be not as fast as what they were last year.
Yeah,
With cars that are supposed to, better handling, but I think it's the tyres.
I don't know what it is, because I feel like I had it this last season as well, or last game. At the start I was quick, but then once the first update came, I lost. I don't know, maybe it's just in my head or something, but I feel like I don't know what it is. I can't find that extra pace I normally have, and the car feels slow, but it feels like I'm going flat out, and that's frustrating, because then you're going to drive against yourself, and that's not what you need. It's all about confidence at the end, but
Yeah.
you need a good result. And I had that near the end of last season, that when you got a few good results, you start to catch up a bit. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's just I don't like this new gen of cars, because I used to be quite quick on 20 and 21, but yeah, things changed.
Yeah, they're. You can definitely feel the weight of them. They do understeer quite a bit, and that's what Kieran did yesterday. Just understeered a bit and made contact.
Yeah, and braking as well. I
cars.
feel like braking for some reason is so difficult. I don't know why, but it's it feels like I'm every time I brake at the same point, and sometimes I end up way too early, braking way too early, and other times I end up off the track. So yeah.
Yeah, and I can't get my head around the tyres, because last year I could make the hards last
Yeah.
really, really well, but I can't make them last. As soon as I go on to hards, they just don't
Work.
I can't seem to. Yeah, I just got no pace in them. The car's really slippy, and they just seem to go off really, really quick. I've like started to do two stoppers, just to try and avoid using the hards, and the softs seem quite overpowered now, because they can last. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just I had this. Normally, my strength was the race, because I was very good on the tires with the mediums and the hards. But yeah, I don't know. Since last season or this game, I just feel like every tire feels the same, and that's not what it's supposed to do. And I don't know why, but yeah, I can't put my finger on it. But that's the thing. On the 21 game, the last season on the 21 game, I finished, I think, P4 in the championship in Premier Division, and that's only because I missed quite a lot of races that season, and I was up there fighting Jetfish and stuff. We almost finished 1-2, Colin and myself, in the championship, and now I only have 1 point after 3 races. So don't know what happened, but it's either we got faster, but we do have still a lot of the same guys as we had then. But yeah, I don't know. It's just different.
Have you gone back onto any assists or?
No, I still have the no racing line, and I haven't raced traction control like almost since the beginning. But I feel like the no line, yes, it is maybe a bit slow for me, but it feels, if I go back now, it feels like unnatural for some reason, because I'm used to it now with driving it for like 1.5 seasons. So it's a struggle, but yeah, maybe that's why I'm thinking about dropping to championship, but only after this season. I want to finish this first, and then I will see.
Yeah, because everyone was saying, so much more better handling. You can not use the traction control as much. But I practiced it, but I've got to admit, I think the traction control is even more powerful, I think, this year. And I think that's probably why, they call him, Jones said, you know, we'll have to change your name to Mr. Consistency. I think everyone's like, you know, well, we won't have line on, we'll turn traction control down and everything like that. But I've just thought, well, I've got more confidence in the car with the assists on.
Yeah.
And I think that the traction control, even on full, seems to seem quite powerful.
Yeah, I think the thing is with last year the traction was terrible on every. Even if you had traction control, it was just unpredictable. But now it feels more predictable. It's more safe. At least it's still not very safe for me in no traction control. But if you have traction control on now, it almost feels like you can't spin. So you can put the floor down at every corner. At least if I go back to medium traction control, that's why I see, for example, Owl and Jetfish being very quick. I mean, they have been very quick before, but they always use a medium traction control, and I think they put it out now. I'm not sure, but I think they still have it based on the start. But it's I don't know what it is. It's just. I think if I hadn't been with teammates with Colin, I would have dropped down to championship already, like 1 or 2 seasons ago. But we were still fighting for something, and I want him to be a teammate, of course. And I hoped this new game was more like the 21, and in the beginning it did feel like that. But then I don't know. It's just maybe it's motivation that you're getting beaten by guys you used to beat. That maybe that's the thing. Because I remember Glassy saying last year he was like equal on pace with me in the beginning, but then he improved a lot, and I haven't done as much practice as I think he did, but I couldn't get quicker on the game.
Yeah.
And it's so frustrating because you are staying stationary and everyone else is progressing because they're getting used to the game more and more, and it's just Yeah,
I was going to say definitely. I mean, I've watched races and I've watched when they were accelerating, when they were braking, and I'm thinking, I'm doing exactly the same as what they're doing, but yet they're so much more faster than me, and it's just like, what is the fundamental thing that they're doing slightly different than what I'm doing that have got this pace? But I think Bob Spun, I mean, he's winning the championship at the moment, but I've gone wheel to wheel with him, and he didn't particularly seem like Nats, where just blew everyone and was miles ahead. He just seems to just plod along and just stay out of trouble, and just seems to pick up places. And it's. I mean, yesterday I got spun, and
I think I saw it. Yeah. Yeah, it's
Aston Martin.
It's a frustrating thing, but at the end of the day, what can we do about it?
That's it. Yeah.
It's just I think Jones had this as well, because Jones and I used to be very quick on 21, and then afterwards he dropped down to the first and even struggled there, and now he's getting a bit quicker
fast
again.
Yeah.
But it's just all about motivation, and just it has to suit your driving style. But I had that lesson with what's he called, Limitless, because I won that, and then he said you're doing everything right. The only way you can go quicker is try to do as minimum turning as possible. But that's just then you have to. He says you have to adapt a new driving style, and it takes a lot of time, and I don't have that time to practice that much. So, but I was doing everything right. The steering was good, the way I worked the pedals and stuff. But and then I'm also so surprised. Like, how can you get that much quicker? How are you putting the gas, going your foot earlier on the gas? But if I do that, I spin. Are you braking shorter or something? I just can't understand how Colin is continuously putting a second a lap on me, and it's just. Yeah, I don't know what it is. I mean, he sent us videos, and I have his setup, but it's just some guys are exceptional. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, I definitely find that. I found myself, everyone like going quite low wings, but I've kind of don't know. I've been adding a bit more wing than what everyone else seems to be doing it. But it seems quicker in a way, having a bit more wing than it does without. I don't know if that's to do with traction coming out of the corners or what. I don't know, but
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure what it is, but
yeah.
we will see.
Right then, mate. I'll wish you a very good holiday.
Yeah.
You got lots to do, ain't you?
Well, not
And
too
don't
much.
oversleep.
No, definitely not, because if we miss the flight, then we have bigger problems. But yeah, this time we have Quinn as well, her working, and I said, oh well, we have to leave at like a bit past 9:30 or something in the morning, a bit later than that. So I said, oh, we can wake about 7:30 in the morning, so that's alright. We got some time to finalize the things and stuff. And no, I've normally is a person that sleeps lately a bit later than me, so I thought, oh, he would say 8, we have enough time, you know. But he's saying no. I thought about 7, maybe even earlier, and I was like, oh, okay. But yeah, we will see. We have to wake up earlier, at least.
You'll have to kick them girls out. Obviously,
Yep.
with the parents away, you'll have to kick them girls out before you.
Yeah. But
Right then, yeah. Well, have a good holiday, mate.
yeah, thank you, and
Enjoy. Yeah. And yeah, look forward to when you're back. And
hopefully fresh and renewed energy. So
yeah, and always, feel free to say drop in on the comms. Obviously, I know what comments on your race, but if anything happens, yeah, just jump in
if I
like
crash
today.
out, I will jump in again.
Sound.
Yeah.
Right then, mate. You have a good one.
Yeah.